In every courtroom, there is a promise that justice will not be decided by rumors, headlines, social media campaigns, or public opinion. A promise that every person who enters a courtroom, whether accused of a crime or seeking justice for a victim, will be judged fairly based on evidence presented under oath. That promise begins with the jury. When it comes to the Karen Reed case, a well-examined look at the campaign to free her reveals some serious legal and ethical concerns. Once you see how the media was used to control public optics, thus impacting the jury pool, you won't be able to unsee it. Back in 2023, a year before her first trial, Karen Reed connected with gossip blogger known as Turtle Boy.
Anything up to auto-delete, but some people do. And like, for instance, like when everybody knows I've messaged with Karen Reed on Signal, right? And ours auto-delete after 4 hours, right? She set it up that way. I didn't set it up.
Karen began communicating with him through different methods, including an encrypted app called Signal. She also used an intermediary to relay messages to. During one conversation, she shared her concerns about having a jury decide her fate.
TB is right. I am worried about the trial. I don't want to put my life in the hands of 12 people too stupid to get out of jury duty.
She used him as a vessel to push out conspiracy theories, hunt down witnesses, and market her narrative, which left out important details and rational analysis. And she made bold promises that fed his ego.
Please tell TB he will get all the credit from my camp when this blows up, and when I talk to Dateline next.
She fed him lies about never reversing, never having relations with witness Brian Higgins, and even lied about having ring camera footage of an officer that night. Instead of verifying all of her claims and reporting on the case with a cautious journalistic approach, he made the choice to go all in, immediately dismissing evidence that did not support Karen's corruption claims.
Into his clothes. Sure he did. You're hearing that from who? Who are you hearing that from? Tail light embedded into his clothes. Yeah, sure he does.
What he proclaimed to the public as award-winning journalism was nothing more than an aggressive PR campaign that served both Karen and Turtle Boy, a tactic that Karen's attorneys and family seemed to validate and encourage, despite that it crossed legal and ethical boundaries.
Jennifer McCabe, Brian Albert, Brian Higgins, Colin Albert, and the rest of these fucks murdered John O'Keefe. It's a fact. It's not an opinion.
Because they sent a murderer, in case I'm not very clear about that, a murderer by the name of Jennifer McCabe, who murdered John O'Keefe.
We are trying to affect the jury pool. We are. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing. You know what? Every single person who's been following this story knows that Karen Reed did not kill John O'Keefe. The people that are supposed to find out who did the opposite. They never went in the house. If anybody here has a dead...
You're not gonna freaking go inside the house the person died, you know.
So you thought that was a red flag?
Of course, that's bias right there. Just because the guy is a cop and probably everybody know he was a cop, so we're not gonna go bother them. I've talked too much.
No, you're talking excellent, and I love the words that are coming out of your mouth right now.
What raised questions for you about the police investigation?
What raised, first and foremost, the house. I mean, if I was in that house, I know that house would have been stormed, first and foremost. Like, no one went into the house. Someone's laying on someone's lawn, but no one goes in the house. You know, it just doesn't make sense.
The house, what part of the house did you go into?
I went into the room. It's adjacent to the kitchen, and I stood there with Brian Albert.
Can you describe what kind of room that would be?
Yeah, it was just a typical family room type room. It was not large. It was between the garage and the kitchen.
You met with Brian Albert?
Brian Albert answered the door and let us into the house.
Did you understand what his relationship was to that house?
He was the homeowner.
Did Sergeant Lank walk in with you?
He did.
Did he stay in that living area?
No.
Is justice really held to the highest standard if murder defendants and defense teams praise people who actively boast about trying to taint the jury pool?
I want to make it impossible for them to have a pool of like 100 jurors without people knowing about this case.
A text from Karen Reed to Turtle Boy in 2023 shows the murder defendant's excitement about tainting the jury pool and reputationally abusing witnesses. At this time, he had been actively harassing citizens who would be testifying against Karen. Turtle Boy was spreading misleading and curated conspiracy narratives to the public.
They have to. Look at what you've done to their reputations. And to my jury pool. Chris's business is the next casualty. Just a matter of time. This isn't about censoring. They are all shocked that a judge is denying all these harassment orders.
According to Turtle Boy himself, Karen's team praised him behind the scenes, but in fleeting moments you can spy the good old boy winks and butt pat. Turtle Boy messaged Karen Reed regarding a separate case going to trial. He told her that 7 potential jurors raised their hand when asked if they were biased, due to Turtle Boy's reporting. Karen did the quick math on this.
That's awesome! Wow, that's nearly a 40% penetration rate.
This percentage rate of creating public bias, along with the 96% success rate of the celebrity attorney Karen hired from across the country, was a promising combination. You see, Karen Reed was a financial analyst, numbers were her superpower, and creating optics to villainize anyone who would testify against her was her mission. She was going to win at all costs. She went on a media tour, including doing a Vanity Fair slumber party with their writer, and although her alibi stories evolved with each interview, the sensationalized conspiracies were amplified across platforms. The drunk driver's PR turned Karen into a martyr. And then a celebrity.
Everyone's telling me they love me and I look beautiful and knock them dead. And it's a nice little ego bath that we take walking in there.
Thank you. I hope I meet all of you one day. And I don't know you, but I love you. And you're brave. And you would have protested the Vietnam War and ended it. This is the modern equivalent to that. So thank you all.
As Karen paraded around in what she terms as an ego bath, the victim's family and friends were screamed at, harassed, and vilified. Fear-mongering efforts about the government and misleading the public about evidence is exactly the predetermined lens her team was aiming for through media. Prosecutors were yelled at, and one even had his tires slashed. The Free Karen Reed campaign worked.
I didn't take one note. I didn't have to after the first witness. It was just like, oh, okay, I see where this is going.
Nobody wanted to just be like, all right, let's just throw up some tape and close the crime scene, and we're gonna wait for like the lab or whatever to come.
Yes. The area where you were told Mr. O'Keefe was found, did you try to do anything around that area to identify the area?
Well, it was marked out with crime scene tape at that time, and what I saw was pink blood, and it was in a circular pattern.
Was the crime scene tape holding up at all?
No, it was not. It was blowing wildly in the wind, and at one point, it was actually blowing in. It was triangular, and it was actually blowing into the crime scene.
Was the tape helping at all?
No, it was not.
Was there any use putting a tent up at that point?
No, there wasn't, not due to the high winds.
Did you learn whether any of the officers had, at any point before you got there, gone into Fairview Road?
Yes.
Who did you learn went into Fairview Road?
Both Sergeant Good and Detective Sergeant Lake went into Fairview Road.
The thing about confirmation bias is that we are all vulnerable to it. Media efforts to control a narrative in a community based on misleading statements, disinformation, and fear-mongering can set the tone of a trial before it even begins. A juror doesn't need to be intentionally trying to see things one way. They just need to be saturated in a community of people who do. No one knows this better than Karen's Hollywood defense attorney, Alan Jackson.
Print that. Print that.
Alan doesn't give a shit about making anyone look decent. It's scorched earth all the way.
One might say that his near 100% success rate of winning cases hinders on his ties to tabloidists, YouTubers, and the overreaching PR efforts to manipulate the narratives.
In case you didn't fucking hate these people enough, and no matter how much you hate them, I assure you it is not enough. It is okay to hate them. Jesus wants you to hate them.
Turtle Boy was the perfect fit for Karen Reed's campaign. He's verbally abusive and has a history of using his platform to smear and shame people into silence. He came equipped with a decent number of followers who already loved his vile gossip girl style approach. Anyone who doesn't align with his assertions are treated as the enemy. Not even minors are out of bounds for his bullying tactics. He goes straight for the jugular, people's children, and their jobs.
There's your stupid kids, Michelle Gallery. Your stupid cunt daughters, that's what they fucking are. Hanging out with this fucking worthless piece of shit, Colin fucking Albert. The fact that you're okay with that says everything I need to know about you, quite frankly. There they are. I think, is that one of them? Uh-huh. Oh, here they are with the McCabe girls. Okay, with one of the McCabes. So there's her. Oh, there they are. There's your stupid kids. Oh, wait, Michelle, just because your comment, your stupid kids are going on the blog too. We're going to expose them. I mean, if you defend Jen McCabe, let it be known. You're fair. Like, you are entering the fucking arena. Bang, bang.
So I want to make sure the message is sent here. If you fuck with me, if you try to sue me, I'm not going to go after you. I'm going to go after your fucking family. Fucking family.
Early on, when Turtle Boy began reporting on John O'Keefe's death, Karen and her attorneys didn't appear to want the public to know that it was them who were behind the curtain leaking a curated story. But they were absolutely communicating. Karen's attorney David Yannetti praised his show and blog, and even shared his pleasure about how Turtle Boy lied to the public about their connection. Conspiracy theory rumors were given to Turtle Boy, which then turned into sensationalized content, and then public rage. A tainted jury pool can emerge when potential jurors are exposed to extensive media coverage, inflammatory commentary, misinformation, or persistent public pressure. Long before opening statements begin, opinions may already be forming. Assumptions can take root, narratives can become accepted as facts, and the consequences can be profound.
Do you think if she was charged with manslaughter, not second-degree murder, would it have been more likely that she would have been found guilty?
Yes, yeah, because then she would have not felt like it was she could overcome that.
And some of the jurors might have been more swayed
exactly
toward that,
because it was a lesser of a charge than murder and stuff. So.